video after this. This is, I just want to confirm, because with Cuomo's lawyer, Glavin, I believe it's called.
The Republicans, I guess, including Joe Manchin.
Yeah, Glavin. Receipt of the email that I sent on Thursday, because I did send, when this whole thing started, it was about a month ago now, I sent a message to her saying, you know, this is a political attack. There, I'm on the same page with Cuomo. I don't know if we agree on where and what this politics is about. You know, whatever. I mean, I just, this is just another, this is the same agenda. This is the feminist, same agenda with Prince Andrew. Take any of the competent or honorable men out there, out of power, so you only have the corrupt ones. Those you can manipulate very easily because you always have dirt on them. And they're corruptible. And that's why, you know, the agenda since the Reagan era, you know, this is the rise of the Fourth Reich. The agenda has been, you know, anybody who's competent, you get them out. You bully them, or you come up with some witch hunt tactic. I mean, this is, you know, this has been my case in DC since I've been back. And, you know, why can't get anywhere, just getting in you know, a job to pay daily expenses, or anywhere with the Global Expats Project. Because, you know, and I know a lot of these people personally, my mother, my sisters, you know, my siblings, people in my family, you know, they've all sided with my ex-husband from day one. I know everything is said behind my back, but anyway, that wasn't the purpose of this. I just want to document the telephone call, but explain one call it.
Hi, you've reached Rita Glavin. Please leave me a message and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Please leave your message after the tone. When done, hang up or press the pound key.
Hi, Ms. Glavin. My name's Quendy Wilcox. I had sent you an email on Thursday. I just wanted to confirm reception of the email. I'd also contacted you about a month ago through your contact form on your website. It's about your representation of Governor Cuomo and in his ousting and everything. So I did a whole series of videos. They're posted on YouTube. I mean, I've been doing one daily. It's going into all of the Machiavellian games. Now, Governor Cuomo's case is just a tiny little skirmish for me. So I do go into a lot of different people who were involved in the Machiavellian games in the United States as well as Europe. I know as many of them there. Very long story, but this is an attack from the feminists, both his case and Prince Andrew's case. I did a whole series of blogs for Prince Andrew. It has a lot connected with why they attacked Sean Penn back in 2016. Feminists weren't just involved, but they were involved in that one. Long story again, if you read those things, you might understand how it's connected. You know, I'm taking things to the international courts under international conventions, constitutions, penal codes, civil codes, and universal jurisdiction, particularly focusing on family courts and violence against women. The Gabby Petito affair is convoluting this little story because this throws Chris Cuomo into here. I'm just did a blog about Kerry Kennedy and the human rights. The Kennedys have been one of the root problems in Washington from the beginning. The Kennedys were the Third Reichers, and now the new, the younger Kennedys, they're all seen vergüenza as alcoholics, drug addicts, and everybody knows it. They're not these respectable people. This little cave dweller has been watching them. So my stuff is political, but it does involve the defense of Governor Cuomo. I hope you will look at some of it and just shoot me an email and confirm reception of my email to you. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye. So, I mean, my problem is continually, never, and this is one of the things that's pissing people off. And a lot of it, why everybody just throws up their arms, go away, scream and bitch, and then get riled up and until it breaks out and they become violent. I mean, my mother went overboard with the thank you notes and, but, and for example, Patsy Geyer, every letter we received was responded to. Oh, it was a form letter, but at least was an acknowledgement of your existence instead of this superiority. Wait a minute. I mean, I get it from my family. I get it from my friends because they don't, nobody wants to listen to this stuff. So they just cancel me. Oh, believe me, Cuomo's gonna get a taste of that. He's been canceled. I may still have a few friends around, but yeah, same with Prince Andrew. His family hung him out to dry. I'm the only one who's defending him, and nobody will listen to me. I mean, Buckingham Palace, not only are they sitting on stuff for Prince Charles, but Prince Charles is being attacked, and that started with Princess Diana. I mean, this, fairy tale and little sweet little princess who was always the victim. There's another side to the story there. And Prince Andrew, it's an attack on him. And of course, it is to disempower the monarch. That has been a slow process that has been going on. It started well with the Magna Carta. Well, that goes back. And in fact, it was because there was the Magna Carta that England didn't end up in a bloodbath of revolution that France did, that the United States, well, the colonies. Because there was a certain, at least on paper, I mean, even the Magna Carta, over 300 years before, they actually were like, oh, we got this piece of paper that these monarchs signed that's sitting around. Maybe we can use it. Because I think it was 1100 and something, and it was, I forget what, is it 1200, 1300 maybe? That's Charles, but it was Charles the First, I'm pretty sure. Again, this is when I Google, when I'm writing, I'm like, okay, let me fact check this. So, this has been a process that's been going on. And if you look, any historian on the royals in Europe should know this stuff and be like, oh yeah, exactly. And show, bit by bit, how, and it was good because these were absolute power and you know, absolute rule because I say so type of government, and that's what they're trying to bring in again. The whole Cuomo thing, you know, is to establish lack of due process and the lack of presumption of innocence and you know, a procedure. Oh, we said so, you are, you know, because we like her and we don't like you, so she said so, so we're, you know, no trial, no nothing, no evidence or anything, just because she said so. Now then it gets on the flip side, they like him, they don't like her in my case, and so they believe him and not her. I mean, the problem is Cuomo is getting you know, a taste of medicine of what litigants have been going through in New York courts for a very long time. They just don't, you know, touch, they don't do that to the 10%ers and the 1%ers and the protected members, unless there is a witch hunt. Now, this can be political amongst the politicians, this can be, you know, within the business community, this can be within, you know, the divorce courts, the family courts, the you know, and it's just destroy or be destroyed. That's what Gary Kennedy, human rights organization, champion of human rights. Oh, I saw she got an award in 2000. Well, I'm going to talk about that, but so we'll get into that. So I do have a record. I'll be sending her a copy of this registered mail, just like I have been doing with everybody for 15 years. So when I get down at the end of the road, I can say, I notified every single person. See something, say something. I saw something, I said something. Now, I know they want that only to apply to little packages sent by the pissed off terrorists. And, you know, I definitely do that. If I ever see a package or whatever, believe me, I am the first one to go over to the authorities, because I've lived with that in Paris, in Bogota, even in Washington back in the 80s. You were afraid of nuclear, but you know, same difference, you're still dead. So, you know, I see something, I say something, but it goes both ways. And I don't care what your gender is, what your skin color is, what your nationality is, what your social status is, what, you know, position you have, all the way to the frickin' top. As my mom said when I was little, you would argue with God. And I would say, well, if he was wrong, I would. Now, in this case, I don't think God's wrong. I think God's right. It's all the people on this planet who are wrong. So I'm not going to argue with him, but I'll argue with you guys. No problem. And I'll shoot each one of you and spit you out one by one. Because I went to school with a lot of you, and I know for a fact that I am million times smarter, have a brain. I haven't been sitting around doing nothing but cashing in and shopping these past 40 years. I've actually lived and seen the world around me, and it's not a pretty sight. No more pretty than when I was young and why I left this godforsaken country. So, okay, that's confirmed. Thanks. So I'm going to calm down a little bit, and then I'll get to my other video, and I'll cover the blog posting that I did with the video that I had done the message to Andrew Cuomo's daughters.